Helen, a couple really good victories for the Pirates this weekend at home over Pacific and Linfield. Give us your recap of how you saw the weekend go.
Yeah, it was really exciting. We didn't have Callie the first night. She got injured in our last game and then got a cold on top of that, so it just wasn't quite at a high enough percentage to try to play her on Friday night. And Chloe Quinnett stepped up like we thought she could. But she'd been injured all year, so she's finally getting her legs under her and had a big game for us. And we had really talked about becoming better rebounders and being offensive rebounders, and it really showed up with the number of offensive rebounds that we had in that game. And I think that was probably the biggest difference. And they made a run, and we were able to hold it off and not give up the lead, and then make a little run of our own. And I think that was a great growth, and I think that helped us in that next night too. When the run that Linfield made the second night was a little bit more based on them making some big plays and then doing some things, but we knew that we could come back and make plays because of the success we'd had the night before. So that was great, and then making free throws down the stretch both nights was huge for us.
Yeah, huge improvements in terms of rebounding and free throw shooting this weekend. Is that something that had been a point of emphasis in practice the last week or two?
Rebounding has been for sure. I mean, we always kind of emphasize free throw shooting, but with it being Jan term and them not only having classes for 3 hours out of the day, we do get an individual workout in once a week with every player, and then we tell them to come and find some time to shoot some extra free throws and get some extra reps in, because they just have a little bit more free time. And we keep our practices a little bit shorter too, so that helps them be able to have some time to do that. So we've definitely talked about it. Part of that's just the mental, the makeup of it, and trying to keep our a little bit fresher legs too. We've been pretty fatigued on that road trip with 3 games and having played people a lot of minutes. So I think the lack, a little bit less practice time of other things and giving a little bit more time for just shooting and building some confidence help too.
This weekend, Puget Sound and Pacific Lutheran coming in. Always have great games with those teams. What do we expect from the Loggers and the Lutes?
The Loggers are really well balanced. They're still on the young side, but they have, they were very successful last year, and their freshmen had a start last year, and they're sophomores, and they just have unusual experience for a sophomore class and really high quality players, and led by Noren again this year as a wing and a senior. And they play they'll play man and zone and do a lot of different things really well. Can shoot the ball, can get the ball inside and score. And honestly, I haven't looked a whole lot at PLU yet, but they've had some injuries, some ACLs, had some different things come up with their team, kind of like ours, and so they're still growing. They played George Fox relatively close, this weekend, and so I think that she's kind of gotten everything going the right direction now, kind of like we have been able to turn the corner a little bit. So we can't overlook them just because of the record. We need to be prepared to do well.